Hi guys, Vic here from Tipper Homestead Creations, back for another episode of my daily treasure find. We got some good stuff that I've found today that I'd like to share with you. Hopefully, it gives you some encouragement to find treasure yourself, and maybe it gives you a little bit of a trigger or something going on in your house too, or something you want to throw out that you can still use. If you follow us, welcome back. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sticking through us. And if you're new, please hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you know when we're on. And that way you can follow us with all the adventures we're doing. We are a homestead here with 6 kids, so we always got some crazy things going on here of some shape or another. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today I found this bag full of stuff. Full. And this little container here. So let's open it up. So in this container here, I have, this is from another one of my spots that I go. I haven't been there in a while. So this container here is really, really cool that I found this one, because a lot of people I know have oak furniture. You know the stuff I'm talking about, the old oak furniture. I mean, our parents used it, a lot of it. Everything was oak. It sort of looks like this. I'll pull it out. You know, it sort of has that look. You know what I mean? It's like a painter's nightmare. It bleeds through 100 times. You have to put 1,000 coats on it. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm glad that I found these, though, because we do just throw that stuff out. I've actually gone with Brandy before, and we've picked up a set of, like, 50, 60 spindles or whatever, because I cut those all up and use them as furniture legs. And the posts that I get off those, I'll take those as well, because those posts I'll use like for kitchen table legs, bedroom frames, the footboards, stuff like that. So anyways, this one here, if you come across these, or you've got these, like old cabinetry or anything else going on in your house, keep them and use them. These are real amazing. I'm going to get Brandy to do a video on what we do with these, but they're super awesome, and they can be made to whatever era you want, actually, because the metal, right, it's good, obviously. So what we do is we clean up the metal, but this wood here is really where the gold is, because the wood, if we sand this down, first of all, we can paint it whatever color we want to go with our new metal, to be, again, whichever age we want. And if you're really handy, you can put a transfer on here, or even do it by hand. A little flower, a little symbol or whatever, right? So these are really handy to make that special piece pop. And again, you probably have these all over your house, or you find them thrown out. I find these constantly along the back alleys, or even in where I got these ones, because people just don't think you can use them, but they're actually amazing. The metal in here is so good, and this, again, can be painted. So I got about, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I got about 8 to 10 of those. So that was really, really, really good find. So there's a little piece of advice for you if you do have that. Like I said, everybody pretty much does. Okay, let's get to the next one. This one here is inside. Again, another one of those dirty bags I love. And this one's really, really awesome, because inside here, so we have a bunch of these, just white wood knobs. Nothing real fancy. But this here was where it's at. I got 6 of these. So these here are actually porcelain, believe it or not. So look at this, right? So they're actually porcelain, but look at the, can I do this? Look at the actual design in them, right? Amazing. It is actually so, you can see here, and there's actually flowering going on with it. Really need to figure out this photography situation. Anyways, but yeah, so they're porcelain. This is going to go with anything, like any French provincial pieces we do, any newer stuff with that style, it's going to go with that. So those are really, really, really awesome to find. And again, that's another thing that you will find in a lot of pieces people throw out. Believe it or not, they'll just toss them out. I have no idea why, but be on the lookout. Next bag is this one here, and again, a bunch of these. These ones are different, though. It's like a shiny plastic, so I don't know that we'd use it anywhere. But the cool thing is in here. There's 6 of these again, and these are also porcelain. So most came from the same place. But look at these. These are oval, and you can see the design on them, the little grooves here. So it's actually very, very nice design. And again, porcelain. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. And then in the big yellow bag, this one here, I had about 30 of these things. They kind of look like, like the old gladiator shields, if you see it. I guess you could say a nipple. I don't know. You know what I mean? You get the point of what it looks like. And then in here, it's kind of like a mushroom. So it's a mushroom cave in here with this piece here. So very, very cool. This will pop out and be painted or to put onto any piece. Even if you remember yesterday's episode, if you follow, I had found those 1960 pieces with the rings. I don't have one kicking around, but with the rings, and they came in 2 parts. Well, this is what I was talking about. You could use one of these to go in the center of that. If I wanted to take that flower piece of the small one and use that on another piece, right, rather than use them both there, because they're both awesome, I could put this in there, right? Or I can interchange anything I want. So that's what this can do. But that's going to be anything. Like this looks like flowers. It looks like basically, any of those things. I did notice that some of these in here were purple. So see, somebody has painted them. But you can tell by the paint that they used that it's just regular paint, right? No. You can't do that because that's the look that it gets. Like when we use very high-end paints. We use Dixie Belle Fusion, very high-end paints. They cost a lot, but they're proper and just gives you the best look you can do, right? A lot of times we spray too, obviously, for this kind of stuff. But yeah, I've got about 30 of those. I bet you there's more, 30 or more of them. Super cool. These ones here were in there also, and they're kind of dated, but I don't know the exact date. But these ones, I have 6 of them, and see, they're like balls, but we've got this sort of hollow spot in here. Very common. You would have seen these pieces on a lot of pieces. But again, the ball mushroom like this is very, very popular with us in something that we would do for many of our projects, right? So again, be on the lookout for that. The whole point here is that even if you find something in the back alleys, like I'm always encouraging you to go out and start grabbing your pieces and start, experimenting. But even if you see pieces, like I'll stop. And sometimes Brandy will be like, why are you stopping with that? Or if I'm with one of my kids, why are you stopping for that? It's garbage. But then I look at it because I know what's in it. I know what's there, right? There's hardware there. There's sometimes there might even be pieces that I know is old, and I know that I want the screws, as weird as that is, but I want the screws out of it because it'll match something. So anyways, as you start picking and as you start doing these things, you'll start getting what I mean, okay? More is better. And then we had these guys. These guys here are solid, like ball-bearing balls. I've never even seen these before. And they have somebody tried to paint them again. And they have a flat surface here. And it's just a ball on like a knob. Almost looks like a chess piece or something, or I don't know how to describe it. Like a pinball. Maybe like a pinball puller, kind of thing. But super cool. Solid. And again, you have this, the ring with the ball popping off. So again, this is going to apply to a lot of pieces, right? To a lot of pieces that we do. And then also we have in here, I think that was basically it, other than what I wanted to show you was these small ones that you get. A lot of these small ones that you get from, I did want to touch base on this when we were talking about before, you get these out of the bifolds and everything else. People throw these out. These actually, you can use these for many, many things. Many things. So it's good to keep these. The insides can actually be bored out, and you can fit this on as sort of like a foot. I do that with a lot of things, where I'll bore this out, and then if I have a rod, a pole, like you remember yesterday I did the end table one, or not the end table, sorry, the bench out of the metal that I was going to do. I could use something like this on the end of a rod, and this becomes a foot, right? So just a simple little trick. That's why I grabbed this stuff. That's why it's treasure. That's why I say that you can make gold from it, because you can literally from anything and everything. Anyways, that's it for today. Nothing overly fantastic other than the porcelain stuff. But again, let's just touch back on this, because I think that's the value for today, because we really see these a lot. And I know you've seen these a lot. All of this oak stuff. So if you see oak spindles, if you see oak handles like that, grab them up and experiment with them, because the oak spindles especially, maybe in the spring I'll do, when I start getting into planters, I'll do a series on that, or a couple shows on that. But the oak spindles, people just toss those out, and I chop those up, I spin them, make them into legs, and give them a new life on a piece. So there's many other things you can do as well. So anyways, that's it. Short and sweet for today. Thanks again for tuning in. I'd love to hear back from you guys. If you have any treasures or any finds or any questions, comments you have, please leave them below. Also hit the subscribe button if you can. Helps us out a great deal. And hit the notification button as well, so you know that we've actually dropped a video that you can check out. We will be doing a video daily. And as we grow and do more and more, obviously we'll have more videos with more things, because we do builds from fresh. We do full renovations. I'm a carpenter by trade, but I pretty much can do any trade. So we do full flips. This is pre-COVID, obviously, but we do all sorts of things here on the homestead. So we would love for you to tune in and follow us, and follow us on Instagram and any other social media. And yeah, just let us know how you're thinking, how you're feeling about things, and let us know if you're treasure hunting, because I really encourage you, please, today, go and grab a piece. Don't drive by and just leave it. Grab it, bring it home, and experiment with it. Okay? All right, guys, thanks a lot, and I will see you tomorrow.